Hey everyone, it's Jen here doing my lunchtime live. And I always like to come on a few minutes early just to give people a chance to get on and to see that I'm here. So when you get here, come on and say hi to me. Let me know you're here. And we are going to be doing this class today seated. We're going to do this in a chair. So if you have a chair that you can reach the floor with, so it can't necessarily be one of those bar stool chairs. I have a few of those back there and I tried to do it from there and it didn't quite work. So it's doable. You just have to shift forward a little bit in your chair and just make sure it's safe. I went and found my computer chair. So my computer chair actually swivels. It's not the most ideal either, but it doesn't have arms on it. That's what you want if you can help it. Just because you'll just have more range of motion, more ways to move. So you do want a chair and you want to be able to touch the floor if possible. So find your chair and bring it over so that you've got it set up in front of you. And the only thing we're gonna do is get up out of our chair at the very end, but we're gonna do all of our exercises in the chair. So this is just to give you guys a bunch of ideas for when you're sitting at your desk or when you're sitting at your island and you're working away, that you actually don't necessarily need to get out of your chair to do some movement. It's great to get out of your chair, don't get me wrong. Getting up, walking around is a great thing to do, but with a lot of us, we're working from home and sometimes it's, every 15 minutes we need some movement, every half an hour. Maybe you're not able to get up that often, so doing some movement in your chair will be helpful. So this is also for people that are not able to get out of a chair easily, so that they can get some movement. So I hope that this passes on to them. So if you know anybody that has a hard time getting around or is in a wheelchair or has limited mobility, it might help them to get some movement in their day as well. It's not going to hurt them, that's for sure. And they can do what they can, right? That's all we can do. So I'm just going to give it a few more minutes. Let me know if you're here. Say hello. I see there's a few people watching, but I haven't got anybody joining me yet. So hopefully soon I have a few people join. And remember too, if you're not able to watch this right now and you're just popping on to look, or you see it later, you can share this video and you can also download it onto your videos on your device so that you don't have to go searching for it. So if you've just joined me, you just need a chair today, okay? You need a chair that you can reach the floor with. Hey Krista, how's it going? So you need a chair today. And preferably not a bar stool chair, not one that's too high up. If you just have bar stool chairs, try it and see how it works, but you want to make sure that it's not going to slide on you either. So if you have a higher chair, as well, if you can help it, a chair that doesn't have arms on it is helpful. So you can do this on the couch, right? If you're just on your couch, that'll work too, because that's low enough, your feet can be flat on the floor, and you can just scoot yourself a little forward on your couch. So if you don't have a chair, just use your couch too. Okay, so we've got about a minute before we'll get started. And then, like I said, I've been talking here for a few minutes, but if you've just started listening, we are gonna do the class for 10 minutes in the chair. At the very end, we're gonna stand up and do a little stand. And then at the end, we'll be all done. And you can watch this over again. You can do this the next day. We're doing these lunchtime classes Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 12 to 12:10. But then they end up on our Recreation and Culture City of Campbell River page that you're on. They end up on there and you can watch them anytime. So you can watch them later on in the day, you can get up to me and do them in the morning, whatever works for you. And if you know anybody that has limited mobility, this is gonna be a great class for them because we're gonna do it out of the chair, right? So if you know somebody that has a hard time getting up and down, moving around quickly, this is gonna be a slower, easier going start to their movement. Maybe they can do it a couple of times over. Okay, so I'm gonna get some music. It's 12 o'clock. Start us up here. And I'm just not gonna have it too loud, just something in the background. Remember, you can always put on your own music if you wanna just have music going in your house to motivate yourself. Okay, and I'm also gonna have a timer going, not for any 30-second sets or anything today. We're just gonna have our 10 minutes going. So let's all have a seat in our chair. Okay, so wherever you are. So if you're on the couch, scoot yourself forward a little bit on the couch so that you don't have your back up against the couch, okay? And you want your feet flat on the floor, okay? So feet flat on the floor, your knees are right on top of your feet. You don't want your feet stretched out. If you can help it, have the feet right underneath your knees. And then I want you to sit up nice and tall in your chair. So you want to press down into the tailbone and lengthen upwards with your spine. So you want to lengthen and make yourself even taller. Pretend you're trying to look over top of that fence, right? What are they doing over there in that yard over there? And you're trying to lift up nice and tall, okay? So lengthen upwards, shoulders are down and back, okay? And so you're lifting and holding a neutral spine. So you want to hold your core muscles and you want to try to avoid this and pressing up against your chair. So sit up nice and tall, and that's how we're gonna be. This whole movement we're gonna do is nice and tall. Okay, so let's start with a big deep breath. Reach both arms, inhale them all the way up to the top, touch the hands at the top, open back up again, exhale out. Let's do that again. So inhale up, and then exhale open. Okay, do that a couple more times, and take it as slow as you like, right? Inhale, and exhale. And you can inhale through the mouth, or the nose, exhale through the mouth, last one here, good. Okay, now let's start to roll our shoulders out. So let's do one shoulder back, and then the other shoulder back, up and around. Hi guys, I see a few people hopping on, nice to see you. I mean, I can't see you, but nice to hear from you. Okay, roll one shoulder back, and then roll the other one back. So you're sitting up nice and tall still. You don't have your back up against your chair or your couch. Your feet are flat on the floor. Now let's go the other direction with our shoulder rolls. So come around forward and forward. So you're getting a little bit of movement in your rib cage here. Your body's moving a little bit. And you can make this as big as you like. As you start to get a little more range, feel free to reach a little further. And this is where it's helpful not having those arms on the chair. Up and around, good, up and around, excellent. Okay, come back to the center, sit up nice and tall again. Now let's take both arms across the front of the body, over to one side, and then across and over to the other side. So let's rotate back and forth. So we're lifting up tall through the spine, making lots of space in between each of our vertebrae so that our spine can rotate even more. And remembering to turn our head each time we go as well. So look over that shoulder each time as you rotate, and you rotate. Okay, shoulders are down and back, and the arms are encouraging you to get a little further each time, back and forth. So feel the movement in the rib cage, all the way through into those shoulders, that neck and head. Even look with those eyes, right? Turn the head and look, get those eyes moving side to side. Let's do a couple more. And then we're gonna hold it on one side. Okay, so come on around and hold it on one side, doesn't matter where. If you'd like, reach behind you if you're on your couch. Just gonna turn to the side here. You can hold onto your chair and the opposite thigh, and then lift up tall and rotate even more. You can use your arms to help you rotate. Okay, let's do the other side. So come across, reach around the other side, lift up tall. I'll come back to the center here. Facing you guys again. Good, okay, let's release that, come back to the center. Now let's take both arms up and over and do a big sweep across the sky, like a rainbow. Reach up and across, and do it again, reach up and across. Good, hey Debbie, how's it going? Up and across. Okay, reach it up. So lifting tall through the spine, and as you get a little more comfortable, maybe you feel yourself lean a little bit. Use those core muscles, engage the core muscles as you do this, and feel the spine working up and over, and up and over. Really reach high, really sweep the sky. Spread those fingers, stretch up and over. Good, keep her going. Let's do two more, one more each way. And then we're gonna get into that lower body. Good, okay. Come on back to the center, relax your arms down, sit up nice and tall. Okay, now let's take one leg at a time. Tap your heel out front, pull your toes towards you, then tuck your toe under the chair and tap your toe. So heel taps out front and toe tap under, just 1 foot at a time. Heel tap and then tuck the toe under. So you're feeling a stretch in the back of the calf, and then you're feeling a stretch in the front of the calf. Also in that ankle, right? You're pushing here and then you're tucking under. So you're feeling that ankle moving. So heel tap out front, toe tapping under. Let's do one more on this leg. Finish off, good. Okay, put that foot down. Let's do the other side. So heel tap out front, toe tap under. So of course, if you're in the couch and you're not able to come under, you can still get the ankle moving. Heel there, and then you can do a toe right there if you're not able to go underneath your chair, right? So you can have your hands on your hips if you like, or you're holding on to something if you need a little more stability so that you can focus more on your legs. Okay, keep going. Let's do 2 more here. Sitting up tall. 1 more. Heel, stretch it out, and toe. Good. Okay, come back to the center. Now let's take our feet, put them right underneath our knees, and let's bring our heels to one side and heels to the other side. So you're pivoting on the balls of your feet. I don't know if you guys can see me right at the bottom there. I can see my feet just barely. So you're pressing the balls of the feet into the floor, lifting the heels over, lifting the heels over. And you're just going back and forth. And you're getting some nice rotation in those ankles. Plus, you're gonna feel your calf muscles flexing and relaxing. Okay, your shins, feeling them get a little bit warmer. Back and forth, and here again, you can be up nice and tall with the hands here or here, wherever you like. Let's do 2 more of these. Okay, now let's leave our heels down. Lift your toes, so your heels are on the floor, your toes are pulled up, and we're gonna do little windshield wipers. So we're bringing our toes over to one side and our toes over to the other side. So this isn't easy, okay? It's hard to lift the feet or keep the heels down and lift the balls of the feet up. So pull up and then down, up and then down. So you're feeling the calves again, especially the front of the shins. You're feeling those muscles flexing, getting movement in your ankles. Back and forth. Let's do 2 more of these. Hey Karen, I see you. Okay, good. Now let's put our feet back underneath. Now we're gonna go into our hips. So I'd like you to have your knees right over top of your feet. Take one leg, step it out, bring it back in. Take the other leg, step it out, bring it back in. So you're keeping your knees right over top of your feet so your legs stay bent, and you're just opening up the hips, and you're getting a little bit of a stretch in the inner thighs, movement in those hips, getting those glute muscles moving a little back there. Pull the tummy in and lift up tall. Keep that long spine. And sit a little forward on your chair if you need more movement, right? You can just have your tailbone and your sit bones on your chair. Don't slide off your chair though. Make sure you're safe with your chair. I've got a thick carpet here, so mine isn't going too far. Out and in. Okay, now if you want, you can add some arms to this too. Why not, right? If you're coordinated enough. So when the leg goes out, the arm can go up and then back in. And then the other leg and arm go out and back in. So you can take one side out and bring it back in, and the other side out. So you can just bend the elbow, open up the chest, feel a little stretch across the chest muscles, feel the shoulder open up, and still sitting up tall while we're doing this. Out and in. Okay, let's try 4 more of these, okay? So hips opening, 3 more, 2 more, last one. Good, okay, come back to the center. Okay, now we're gonna reach towards the floor. So I want you to sit up nice and tall, lean and reach down to one side, pick something up off the floor, come back up. Take your time, reach down, lift up, and back up to the center. So stretch those fingers out, reach towards the floor, and come back up again. And if you don't reach it to the floor, that's okay, right? Go where you're comfortable. Just engage the core, feel the back muscles, and lift yourself back up. Pull those tummy muscles in, down and up. So you're feeling a nice stretch in the lower back as well as you're feeling those muscles working back there, right? Take a break anytime you need it in any of these exercises. Sit up tall. Each time sitting up nice and tall with those shoulders back and down, that proud chest, down and up. Okay, and you might even be getting a little warmer, a little increase in your heart rate because we are moving, right? Even though we're sitting, you can get quite a bit of movement in your chair. Down and up. Okay, let's do 4 more of these. Down and up. Lift up tall. And down and up. 2 more. Remember to rest if you need it or if it doesn't feel good. Last one. Okay, let's go back to those arms. Let's do some explosions. So reach both arms, sweep them up and open wide. So pretend it's an explosion, right? If you think of an explosion happening. So reach up the center, spread those fingers, reach, 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 and then make a fist as you come through, and then explode it again. And make a fist, and then explode all the way up. And get as high as you can, right? Reach up high, stretch. My timer just went off, went to sleep. Okay, we're almost done. Stretch. Good, 2 more. Stretch. Last one. Stretch. Good, okay, let's do one last thing with our arms. I want you to take your arms straight, then bend them. Put your hands at the side of the head. Open the elbows wide, and then close them and touch them in the front. So open the wide, open up the chest, and then touch the elbow. I'll show you from the side. So open wide, and then touch. Now if you want, you can add a little bit of the body here too. You can go ahead and tuck, round it out, and then you can lift up tall. If you want to get a bit more movement in the spine, tuck down, and then lift up tall through the spine. Tuck down, and lift tall, and tuck down. Good, let's do 2 more of these. Squeeze those elbows, round it out. And last one here. Down and lift. Good, okay, relax it down. Good, do some shoulder rolls, some shakes, whatever feels good. Now we're gonna stand up a few times and then we're gonna be all finished. So bring your feet right underneath your knees again. And if you'd like, you can use your hands on your legs to help yourself up. Stand up and then sit back down. Now make sure your chair stays put, right? If you have a wheelie chair, don't let it wheel around on you. Okay, so if you want more than this, if you want, you can add the arms, right? Reach them up nice and tall, come back down again. So it's a bit of a squat, right? You're standing and you're coming back down again. So remember, if you need it, you keep the hands on the legs for support. You can also make this even smaller, right? You can just come up, lift your bottom, and sit back down, depending on your mobility, right? A little lift of the bottom, come back down, or keep going with the big ones, right? A big reach, and back down. And this might really get your heart rate going a little bit too, using your arms and legs if you're doing big ones like this. And this feels good. Stretch it out. It feels so good to get up, reach tall, and then relax it all the way back down. Let's breathe, right? Inhale on the way up and exhale on the way down. Let's do 2 more and we're all finished. Inhale up. Last one. Inhale up and back down. Whew. There we go. Good, relax it all out, shake it all out, whatever feels good. Those legs a little run, arms, whatever feels good. Okay, you guys, let me just turn off the tunes. Great work, good job. Okay, so I see a few of you did come on. Nice to see you guys. I love it when people come on and say hi. But yeah, if you didn't get to come on today and you're watching this later, you can still make comments on here. Let me know how I did today, what you want to see more of. If this was pretty easy going today, and that's what some people need. But if it wasn't enough for you, you can always go into the previous ones that I did last week where we did more neck and shoulders while we were standing. If you need a little bit of that, just go in and watch one of those because they're only 10 minutes, right? You can skip through the beginning part and just go to where you want and get some neck and shoulders if you need more of that today. So I'm gonna be doing this Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays this week. Next week, we're hoping to get some other instructors in here, so it'll be a little different for you. We'll see. And also, we're starting our lunchtime yoga classes. So that is happening tomorrow, you guys. So at 12:10 tomorrow and on Thursday, so Tuesday and Thursday this week, Cindy's going to come on and do a live yoga class for 40 minutes. It's going to be 12:10 to 12:50. And that's the class that she was teaching before down at the community center. So that's why we put it into that time slot. And again, it's gonna be live like this, so you can hop on, communicate, chat with her, and see her live. And then if you're not able to, you can always watch it later too. So that's about it. So that was our extra that we added in this week. Plus we have our lives in the evening, Tuesday and Thursday evening. I'm doing Tuesday, Mary's doing Thursday this week I should say. And they are both gonna be 45-minute long classes. So we're getting them a little longer so that we can give you guys a little bit more. And remember, we have all those YouTube classes too that you can hop on and see anytime. You just have to go to the City of Campbell River, all one word, YouTube channel, and you can just search that in YouTube, and then you can see all of our videos, and you can go on and actually subscribe if you want, and then you get notifications when new classes and new things are posted. So, hey Mercedes, hey Midday, nice to see you guys. Hey Tammy. So yeah, great. Thanks for hopping on, you guys. It's great. It makes me feel like I'm not all by myself. It's really weird doing lives because I'm just sitting here talking to a screen in my house, and yeah, it's strange. But yeah, so this is fun. I'm going to keep going with them, and yeah, I'd love your feedback. If you want, give me some feedback. Let me know how this was today. Like I said, it was a little lower key, so hopefully it's going to be helpful for some people that need that. So yeah, so I'm all done for today, you guys. And remember, you can message here or private message me too. And that's it. I'm out for a Monday. Have a great day, you guys. Take care.